What's up, fam? Taylor Local Trucker, man. And we are done for the day. Non-stop, 1,020 cases, man. We back. Y'all see Optimus right behind me. Trailer still hooked up, man. In and out like a robbery, baby. In and out like a robbery. Good day, good day, good day. Just wanted to jump on here for a little bit, man. I had a subscriber ask me if I could speak on what it was like working with a union. You know, a couple pros, couple cons. So, quick little recap, man. As y'all already know, if you've been following the channel, man, I work for US Foods. And my division went union almost 2 years ago. So, we're still relatively new, still within the first contract. Our contract is good for 3 years. So, I've never been a part of a union before until I've came along to US Foods. So I don't have much experience with it other than what we've been doing for the past couple of years. So I find it to have been very helpful and beneficial for not just myself, but for my coworkers, man. So I'm going to just share, a couple pros, couple cons, and my belief on why you should really consider getting with a trucking company, man, that is unionized. So one of the first reasons is job security. Okay. Here in North Carolina, man, we are an at-will state. And for those of y'all who don't know, man, at-will just means that an employer could decide to terminate you or lay you off at will, whenever they see fit, with no real rhyme or reason. Could just chalk it up to business needs. Well, with the union, you get a little bit more job security, man. It can be negotiated in the contract or have clauses in the contract that basically states, based on seniority, new hires could be laid off first if the business is dying. And if business picking back up, those same new hires or people who have been laid off can be recalled back to work. Also, man, it's a little bit harder to terminate somebody when you go union because the company just can't get rid of you as they see fit. You have to have built up a track record of whether it be attendance issues, insubordination, safety violations, safety issues, bad customer service. It's just so many different things, and write-ups have to go in your file before it goes in front of the management to terminate you. And even then, the union can still come and fight for your job based on, the positive aspects of you. For example, we had a guy who got terminated a few months ago due to attendance issues. See, we have here, for my division, if you get 5 attendance points, you get automatically terminated. So you can get a whole attendance point for calling out, no matter what the reason is. You can have a doctor's note, and you'll still get a point. You'll get a half a point if you come to work, I believe it's 7 or 8 minutes past your dispatch time, or if you leave work without finishing the route. That'll get you a half a point. So once you accumulate 5 points on the attendance scale, you can be terminated. That is a US Foods attendance policy, which was agreed upon and written within the union contract. So because of that, there was nothing the union could do to help him keep his job. But let's say, for example, US Foods wanted to say, hey, man, you got 4 points. You're being unreliable. You're coming to work late. You're not finishing loads. We're going to just let you go. They wouldn't have been able to do that because in the contract, it states that you have to have 5 attendance points or attendance occurrences in order to be terminated. So that grants you some job security. Another pro or benefit to working with a unionized trucking company, man, is collective bargaining. We all know, and we all feel that we're never paid what we're worth, right? we all feel as though that we should make more money. And if we are outperforming our colleagues and coworkers, we will be more prone to go to management kind of, asking for a raise, asking for, maybe special privileges. I'm not sure. But just something to kind of sweeten the pot, sweeten the deal of us being here based on our performance, right? And in business, man, especially in trucking, pay scales and things are pretty much set in stone. Nobody's going to be paid more than the other person just because, they perform better, right? I'm not going to be paid more cents per cases because I'm getting my route done faster than a guy who's been here for 20 years. It's not going to happen. But with the union and collective bargaining, the union can go to the table with your employer at negotiation time to say, hey, as a unit, these drivers need to be paid X amount of dollars more or have an increase in cents per cases, cents per mile, or daily minimum. They can negotiate collectively as a unit for the entire company or the entire set of drivers with the company to get us a better pay package. I think that's a pretty sweet deal, man, because although, let's be honest, not everybody deserves to make the same thing that you make. When you can get more money, it's okay if anybody else is getting more money because when it's all said and done, you got what you were looking for, a better salary or better gross income, I should say. So collective bargaining, man, is a really good benefit. Also, it ain't just with pay, but it could be about safety issues, better equipment, better trucks, better hand trucks, safety trucks, rerouting, warehouse issues. The union can help negotiate with the company all these intricacies or things that seem real minute issues that need to be addressed because let's be honest, man, trucking companies, they're for-profit businesses. And as long as they turn a profit, it don't really matter, what our voice is. And I'm just being honest, and I'm not bashing any company out there whatsoever, but we talk safety all the time. But the moment a driver hollers about them feeling unsafe behind the wheel, they're getting a write-up. Why? Because the money is on the trailer. And the money gets paid out once that trailer gets empty. It's a business. So collective bargaining can help sweeten the pot for the drivers and make it a more fair deal for both sides of the table. Another pro, or reason why I believe you should go union, is better pay and better benefits, baby. Not even gonna hold you. Not even gonna hold you. When I first started with US Foods, we were getting like 21, 22 cents a mile. 21, 22 cents a case, not a mile. I can't even remember what the whole component breakdown was, but I could just tell it like this. I went from grossing 11, barely under 1,200 to 19 to sometimes 2,100 a week because our pay scale and our component pay got so much sweeter thanks to the negotiation and the bargaining that was done with the union being involved. We got better benefits. I got a whole family insurance package for health, vision, dental, life insurance, the whole shebang, and I pay under $70 a week. And I mean, the benefits are real good. Real good. We get a company match of up to 6% on the 401k. So the benefits and the pay, they got a whole lot better since the union became a part of US Foods. Or should I say, we became a part of the union. We got more sick days, more vacation time, more personal time, and I'm hoping that we get more on the next contract. They say your first contract is never really the best. It only gets better as you continue to negotiate. So I'm definitely looking for an increase. We also have in our contract, which I'm sure a lot of companies do, basically like a 2 to 4%, I'm not quite sure what it is, raise because our cents per cases go up every year. So that was also negotiated in the contract. Those are things you don't get. Excuse me, I thought something stung me. Those are things you don't get when you are just working for a trucking company that's not unionized. That, like I said earlier, their pay scales are set in stone. Now, let me move on to a few reasons why you may not want to join a company that's unionized. A con to being unionized, man, is the union has membership fees, and those fees come out every check. I believe ours is $26, $27 a week. And although I don't mind paying those fees, there are times, well, there have been plenty of times, if I'm being honest, where it seemed like I'm paying my dues, but my voice isn't being heard. Not just me, other drivers as well. We've had our gripes and complaints sometimes about things that's being done, especially with the warehouse and how loads are, and grievances get sent up, but we don't hear anything back on them. So there's times where we wonder, well, what are we paying these dues for? What good is the union if they're not going to back for us? But in the background, y'all, they really are. They really are going to bat for us. It's just things that we're not going to really be informed of unless we get with our union rep or our shop steward. So the fees and the dues that we pay, man, a lot of people aren't really too keen on them, don't really like them. And I can't really blame them, man, because that's just an additional cost for you as a driver to be paying out to the union, somebody that you really don't work for. It ain't the government, it's the union. So as you kind of wonder, like, man, why am I coughing up more money? But it kind of goes with that mantra, man, you got to pay to play, right? It works two sides. It's a twofold kind of coin. We get collective bargaining, we get better benefits, better pay, more job security. I mean, all that comes at a cost. So I get it, but some people don't agree with it, and it could be a turnoff for a lot of future drivers or drivers that's already working with a company and the union's coming around trying to unionize them. Another reason why you may not want to go with a company that's unionized is there's always the potential for strikes and disputes. I'm sure y'all are familiar, man, with UPS and Cisco recently, both striking, disputing, wanting a better contract. Their employers not want to agree to the terms of the contract, so the driver's not going to work. The downside to that is when you strike, when you dispute, you better have yourself some coins saved on the side because there is no pay. You're willingly giving up your opportunity to work to stand for something that you believe in. You're willingly giving up your opportunity to work to stand up for something that you believe in. And that's great. I think if it ever came down to it, I probably would strike too if I believed in what we're trying to negotiate or get put in the contract. But there's no pay involved. So if your coins ain't right, you're going to be probably second guessing striking and walking past the picket line and hopping in the truck and go do your job. And then you're going to have a lot of co-workers and some union members probably upset with you, man. So that's the risk you take when going union. Another con is rules and regulations with the union, man, and political biases. A lot of people feel as though, man, that the union is just pretty much out to push political agendas. And I don't get into all that, so I'm not even going to speak on that long. That's something that you can do your research on. But they feel as though that they're just here to collect money from drivers or from workers that are unionized, man, so that they can push their agendas along, whichever political party, that they're representing at the time. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't get into all that. I'm just really happy and satisfied and blessed with what being union and being at US Foods has done for me and my family. And I'm going to leave it at this, y'all. Union or not union. You hear me talk about it all the time, man. You got to think long term. Gotta think end game, right? It doesn't matter to me, you know, that I have to pay dues. I mean, it's not like I'm paying $500 a month, but it doesn't matter to me if I have to pay dues. It doesn't really concern me what anybody's political agenda is, because we're all given the opportunity to make really great money and change our families' lives. And so if it gets to a point where there's things that the company or the union does that I don't value and believe in, I could always walk away, right? But until that time comes, stack some money. Get your affairs in order, right? So that you can transition. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. In other words, don't be out here living paycheck to paycheck. Put a little bit to the side. Do a little bit of investing. Pay some debt off. So when you finally get to the point where you're going to walk away from a 6-figure salary, or one that's paying close to 6 figures because they have political agendas or values that you don't agree with, it's no love lost. And there's no stress involved as well, because you've done everything you needed to do to be set. All in all, man, I enjoy being a part of the union. I think it's great. I think every truck driver should get with a company that's unionized, mainly for all the pros that I mentioned earlier: job security, collective bargaining, better pay, better benefits. Those things are crucial, man, because even though there's a shortage in truckers, man, it's a very tough market out here. And if you find a good company, a good reputable company that's paying really well, or you get with one that has a union and you automatically come into that union at that pay scale based on the contract, man, better hold on to it, because you never know how long it might take you to come up with something else. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. It's time to get on home. I hope y'all found some value in this content, man. If you liked what you heard, man, consider hitting the like button. Drop a comment down below. Please let me know, man, what y'all think on whether you should work at a unionized trucking company or any company that's a part of the union, or should you not? Tell me what your thoughts are. Any drivers or anybody out there who has experience being in a union, share it with the fam, man. Let us know. Give us some information. Knowledge. We want all the knowledge out here. Hit the subscribe button, man, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I appreciate all y'all support, man. It's time to get on home, because you know we got one more day to do it, y'all, and then it's weekend time. My wife is Mexican, y'all, so I got to get ready to do Mother's Day twice. Mother's Day in Mexico is tomorrow, May 10th, and then I got to do it again on Sunday. So y'all can also drop some suggestions for me down in the comment section. Either way it go, man, we getting up out of here. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed.